Next game is the Patriots and the Raiders. The Raiders took this one 21-17. Mac Jones, decent enough day for him, 24-33, 200 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. I think this is just enough to keep his job. An interesting development here, though. Bailey Zappe was a healthy scratch, and they made Malik Cunningham effectively the number 2 quarterback here. If anything happens to Mac Jones, Malik Cunningham could be a really good fantasy quarterback with what he can do with his legs. So definitely have him on your radar. I don't think we should be adding him yet until there's some sort of announcement with Mac Jones, but Mac Jones completed enough passes today. 200 yards is okay. So I'm expecting Mac Jones to have another week as a starter going forward, at least another week, maybe more. We'll just have to see what he does against a tougher defense than this. Rhamondre Stevenson, 10 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown, really saving his day there with that touchdown. This is a high production day for Rhamondre because he just hasn't been putting up numbers at all this season. Ezekiel Elliott, 7 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. This is why Rhamondre hasn't really been getting that value, because Zeke is out here, same efficiency pretty much, and getting a touchdown. So bummer as a Stevenson manager to see that going on. And Kendrick Bourne had a carry for 4, and Mac Jones had the carry for -1. Kendrick Bourne is the clear number 1 receiver for the Patriots right now. 10 catches, 89 yards, and 11 targets. Mac Jones really likes throwing to him. He is definitely someone you want to have on your roster. Probably not a play at this point because the Patriots' passing offense just has these games where they do absolutely nothing. But if there's a nice matchup, you could do worse than Kendrick Bourne for sure. Mike Gesicki had 3 catches for 28 yards. Rhamondre Stevenson, 5 catches for 24 yards on 6 targets. Farrell Brown had a catch for 15. Ezekiel Elliott just had the catch for 15. Interesting to see Rhamondre's receiving output getting higher. This is where he really shined last year. So I wonder if this is going to be a reset towards getting Rhamondre the ball through the air a little bit more. Ty Montgomery had a catch for 9. DeVante Parker just had the catch for 7. Hunter Henry, disappointing stuff for him. Just the catch for 7 on 3 targets. I think he's a pretty safe job at this point. There are probably tight ends just as good as Hunter Henry on your wire right now. In most leagues anyways, 10-team leagues, 12-team leagues. And Tyquan Thornton only hauled in 1 of his targets, but he had it for 6 yards. For the Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo went down with an injury, and it was Brian Hoyer who came in instead of Aidan O'Connell. So that's going to be interesting if Jimmy Garoppolo misses time, who's going to be the starter, because Aidan O'Connell got the start earlier in the season, but now Hoyer's coming in, so who knows where that's going. Garoppolo was 14-22 for 162 yards, a touchdown, and a pick before he went down. And Brian Hoyer went out there and completed 6 of 10 for 102 yards. I don't think either of them are really an ad at this point. Even if Jimmy Garoppolo misses time, don't go adding Brian Hoyer. Josh Jacobs, he's having his own efficiency issues here. 25 carries, 77 yards. We love the 25 carries. That's fantastic. But it's just a little disappointing that he's not doing more with these. But he's just going to continue to get volume. So play him every single week if you got him. Trey Tucker had a carry for 4. Jimmy Garoppolo had 2 carries for 4. Zamir White added 2 carries for 2. And Brian Hoyer had 3 carries for -3. Michael Mayer out here leading the team in receiving. 5 catches, 75 yards on 6 targets. Really solid stuff from him. He's probably going to be a popular waiver ad this week. But I just hesitate to fully go in on Michael Mayer because Austin Hooper's had some production here. This is his first game where he's really taken off, so watch what Mayer does here. But if you are desperate at tight end, I definitely understand adding Mayer. Jakobi Meyers, good day for him. 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. We'll absolutely take that against his former team. Trey Tucker looked good out there. 2 catches, 57 yards, really explosive stuff from him. Davante Adams had a super disappointing day. 2 catches for 29 yards on 5 targets. Austin Hooper, 2 catches for 19. Josh Jacobs had 2 catches for 16 on 5 targets. Zamir White had 2 catches for 7, and Amir Abdullah and DeAndre Carter did not haul in either of their targets.